Hi guys. So, my friend Emily gave me some new material to make videos and stuff. And it's kind of like a top 10 thing, and I thought, hey, I like all kinds of things, why not make some top 10 videos? So, I think that's going to be kind of a Monday thing, depending on if I remember or not. Maybe like top 10 Mondays or something, but I thought today I would do top 10 games. So let's just get right into it. My favorite game of all time, it's actually a series, I have a lot of series on here. My favorite game series of all time is Half-Life. A lot of people probably either know about this game series or don't. It has 6 games altogether. And I don't really have a favorite in the series, but if you ever want to check out like a really cool kind of like sci-fi game about a guy who does physics and stuff and basically saves the world from aliens, to kind of put it in layman's terms, go check it out. It's pretty cool. I happen to like Half-Life 2 much better than like the first game and then its expansion packs. I think that it's just more involved. Basically you're just against this government and stuff, which I think kind of pertains more to the real world, but it's pretty cool. I own all the games and I've played them several times. I'm obsessed with it. Everyone can say that. But moving on to my second favorite series of games, Dead Space. I'm really into like horror and stuff, and I really like spacey type games. So when this game first came out, I was like super excited, and I've played through it more than once. I absolutely love it. It's kind of one of those game series that like isn't scary like everyone I guess makes it out to be, but I think it's really cool, and I think that I call him Sir Isaac Clarke, because I think that he's like, I guess, the best character you can be. I really like him. I think that he's really cool. The only problem I have with the series is he doesn't talk at all in the first game and then suddenly talks later on in the second game, and I think that that's kind of weird. But on to number 3. I really like The Sims. I own pretty much all of the games. I have since like the very first Sims came out in like the early 2000s. It's pretty old, but I love it. The Sims 3 is probably my favorite. Like I have The Sims 4 and stuff. It's just not as good, but it's so fun to like create your own world. It's kind of like writing, but like video game wise. You know, like you can create your own world kind of like you can in writing, and I think that's cool. So number 4, I really like Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. I'm kind of into the zombie apocalypse thing. I don't really have a favorite character. I just really like the banter and the fact that you can kill things. I really like first-person shooters. I'm kind of violent. I don't know, there's just an atmosphere about it that I've never really found any game series that really matches it. But like, I just think it's really cool. And on to number 5, Penumbra. If anyone has heard of Amnesia: The Dark Descent, which is a pretty widely known horror game, the people that made that Frictional Games, they also made Penumbra a little bit earlier than that, and I found it by accident in GameStop. I was like, I kind of want a new game. I'm looking around and I find this game I've never heard of. And I mean, this was like way back in like 2008. It's a pretty long time ago. But I found it looked really cool, and I was really into like horror and stuff back then like I am now. I got it. I was scared shitless. Terrified me. They're very good at horror games. The second game, Black Plague, is probably the most terrifying game I've ever played in my life. But it's really cool and in-depth, and it's really dark, and it's about like this guy who's trying to look for his estranged father and ends up like fighting to survive against like mad dogs and like spiders and stuff. It's really cool, and it's very like in your head. It's very psychological and stuff, and it's a puzzle game. It's pretty cool though. Then on to number 6. I'm actually playing this right now. I'm replaying it. Serious Sam. I'm sure that a lot of people have heard about this game. Oh my god, it's amazing. There is so much like weird humor in it, and you get to kill things. Like it's a very strange like modernized futuristic game where like you're this guy in kind of a now present, but like you're against aliens, I guess. It's kind of weird, but it's pretty dope. So yeah, I'm replaying that right now, and it's been an adventure. And then number 7, there's this game called Soldier of Fortune. It's pretty old. I think it's from like 1999. It's one of my favorite games of all time. By the way, this is in no particular order. This is just, I wrote down things that came to my mind. It's a pretty cool game. It's almost war type, but not really. You're kind of like a secret agent that goes around and you have to like stop the bad guys. It's kind of like what you would expect like on a Criminal Minds show or something. It's pretty cool. And because it's so old, like the engine and stuff that it was made on is just, oh, it's such bad graphics, but for that time it was like, it's really good. It's almost kind of like a Matrix-y feel. It's pretty dope. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And then on to the next, number 8, the F.E.A.R series. This is like probably one of the scariest horror series I've ever played in my life. I own all of the games and the expansion packs. F.E.A.R 2 Project Origin is the game that got me into the series way back in like 2009. I heard about it in a magazine when I was at the library, ironically, and it looked really cool. I was, again, obviously into horror games, but it was really cool. I really liked it, and it was dark, but also very like informative. It kind of made you think a little bit, and like it's super twisted, but it's just like, it's perfect. If you want an atmosphere where you're kind of creeped out, but you're also very interested, and you want like a cool first-person type shooter, it's a great series for that. And it's very supernatural because the main character has supernatural children. You'd have to like look into it to know what I'm talking about. It's kind of weird, but it's pretty cool. And then number 9. This is going to sound kind of weird coming from someone who plays horror games, but 18 Wheels of Steel. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's literally you drive a semi. It's kind of dorky, but my dad was a semi driver, and for some reason, like, he played it a lot, and I just thought it was kind of cool to just drive around and make money. It was kind of chill. You know, coming from all them horror games, it's kind of nice to have change of pace. And then number 10, the BioShock series. I've never officially played BioShock, even though I have all the games, but I have watched videos and stuff, and that's kind of what got me interested. It's really cool. Like, there's just something about it that is very different. It kind of reminds me of Fallout a little bit. But there's just something about it that I've always been really intrigued with. You know, the idea of kind of like, I guess not really futuristic, but futuristic. It's a pretty cool series. So yeah, that's my top 10 favorite game series / games in general. Just something it'd be kind of cool to make something a little more mellow and a little more, you know, easy to watch, where I can just talk about things that I like and you either watch it or you don't. But I have many more of these videos that I'm going to make. I'm probably going to record them right now and then put them up like maybe every Monday or something, depending on when I decide to do my top 10 videos. But yeah, those are my top 10 favorite games. So if you guys want more, be sure to like leave a comment, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you want more content. And go buy my book. I'm going to keep preaching about this, but there are links everywhere and I've talked about it, and I know people watch my videos, so if you haven't bought a copy, go buy it. It's a really good book. So yeah, I love you guys. Bye.